Come in.
Leave us. Mr. Bradshaw, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Primo Day.
It is an honor to meet you, Mr. Day.
Yes. Well, why don't you call me by my birth name? David.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Can I get you anything? Tea? Coffee?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Very well. I must say, I've been rather nervous of sharing this. I was worried of how it would be taken to the world. But then I realized that today was far more important to pass up.
Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down with me. You know, a lot of people in the office were jealous I had the chance to come over here and sit down with you. You know, it's not every day that someone like me can come in here and interview someone with your organization, let alone the leader of it.
Yes, our nature is quite reclusive, but I can assure you, necessary.
Well, regardless, I want you to know how honored I am to be able to sit down here and interview you.
The pleasure is ours.
So, let's begin. With your permission, I would like to go on record. Great. So, can we just talk a little bit about who you are and what you do? There's a lot of information out there about you guys. And I think a lot of people out there are starting to get skeptical. Maybe you can set the record straight for us.
Well, what I promote is simple individuality. I want people to lose all perceptions that they have of themselves, and more importantly, where they fit in life. I want people to know that they are their own masters.
What exactly do you mean?
What I mean is, I and the others are our own gods of existence. There are no gods except each other. These books of religion have only been made for one thing: control.
So, your followers worship you as if you are a god?
They do not worship me, for gods cannot worship other gods. They simply just choose to follow me as their leader, as a beacon to unlock their full potential.
So, how did you convince people to believe in this?
I didn't convince anyone of anything. We've always known this truth. Look around. What gods allow for murder and rape and all of these things? No gods allow for it because the gods are in fact the ones doing it.
The choice to kill or not to kill?
If you see it that way, yes. I have come to realize that most have forgotten about the wrathful gods. Most believe that the gods are all loving and wouldn't hurt a fly. But in fact, in this day and age, the wrathful gods are shown everywhere.
So, do you believe that there is no such thing as a loving God?
Not anymore.
So, what do you say to all the controversy surrounding you and your followers?
Once again, I ask that you do not refer to my fellow gods as followers.
Of course, my apologies.
What is this controversy you speak of?
Well, what about the rumors of animal sacrifice?
Yes, that is a rather melancholic aspect of the process to becoming free.
Whoa! Are you admitting to animal sacrifice?
As I was saying, it is a remorseful subject for some, yet a crucial step to freedom.
How? How can you sit there and justify animal sacrifice?
Well, it's the last leap of faith, proof that we are the gods. If there were all-seeing gods, they wouldn't allow for their children to be hurt or harmed. The sacrifice gives us choice. Choice that we are gods and can kill or continue to live as sheep.
But a god can make the choice not to kill as well.
They can, but only after realizing and seeing that they are the gods. After they feel the power of life that they harness. This is necessary.
But what about free will? Christian doctrine teaches us that mankind has the ability to do bad things.
Yet you are still controlled. Still given rules to follow. Rules not made by gods. Rules made by mankind. People who want to control other people. We make our own rules, and we do what we want. Have no one tell us what to do.
I'm sorry, but I just can't see how somebody can believe in something like this.
Are you religious, Sean?
I'd prefer not to talk about this. I'd rather talk about you.
I'd like to possibly go off book and off record with your permission, of course.
Fine.
So, are you religious?
Yes, I'm religious.
Are you Christian, Muslim, Catholic?
Yes, I'm religious.
Did you know that tens of thousands of Muslims were exterminated by Christians during the Crusades? How do you justify
The
this?
Crusades were hundreds of years ago. I had nothing to do with that.
Does that make it any less worse?
No, but we have risen above that. We have become something great.
Greater like the hundreds of children who are abused by the priest, of which people choose to lead over them.
You can't blame the actions of some on the entire group.
Why not?
What point are you trying to make here?
Well, those men, those priests, those knights, what they did was not wrong, but it wasn't right either.
Mr. Day, what the hell are you talking about?
All of those people made a choice. You call it evil, I call it nothing more than a choice. We have the choice to kill, to love, to fear, to do anything. Your religion aims to control. So why would the gods who want to control our actions give us the options of choice?
I think we're done here.
No, you're not. We need you. Get her ready. please understand that what is about to happen is not cruelty, but is rather a necessity. My fellow gods, blessed be today, for today is a day where one of our own reformed members throws away her own face. Today is a day I know that you have long looked forward to, as have I. For today is a day that we ask you something that is far more important than anything everyone else or even I have been asked to do. Today, we evolve. The secrets that were kept will now be shared with the world. You are the most important. I perform the rite, and you perform the act. My fellow gods, will you please raise your hands in worship? Worship upon thyselves and over the power of mankind who choose to show false face. If there is any thought of humanity or your morality that is clouding your judgment, just remember that we create morality and humanity, therefore are above it.
No, God, please, no, 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 no!
You never saw this. None of you saw this. I did this. I am the reason. This is my last sacrifice. A final sacrifice, if you will. And now off into the world you all shall go. But go now, before they come for me. Go and find others that are like us, and show them their true potential.
Action.